On September 25th of this year, Jonathan Casa retweeted, "Seems somewhat hypocritical that Moms for Liberty wants to ban books," and wrote, "Ironic how such rugged individuals are so delicate when it comes to masks, vax, and now books, snowflake." Mr. Casa, let me share with you and your colleagues one of these books that up until this week resided in the Oak Park Elementary Library. This book was removed because of one of our parents. This book is All Boys Aren't Blue, a memoir manifesto by George Johnson. You told me to take off my pajama pants, which I did. You then took off your shorts, followed by your boxers. There you stood in front of me, fully erect, and said, "Taste it." At first, I laughed and refused, but then you said, "Come on, Matt, taste it. This is what boys like us do when we like each other." I finally listened to you. You eventually got up off me and told me to come to the bathroom, that you wanted to show me one more thing. You turned on the light and closed the door. You began stroking yourself in front of me. I just stood there nervous because I didn't know what to expect next. You said, "Just keep watching, Matt." So I stood there and watched you for several minutes. Then you began to moan slightly. I took a step back because I didn't know what was about to happen. And then it did. You ejaculated into the toilet in front of me. I was very unaware of what sex involved at the time, primarily because I stayed away from it. For the first few minutes, we dry humped and grinded. I was behind him with my stomach on his back as we kissed. After a few minutes of fun and games, he got up and went to the nightstand, where he pulled out a condom and some lube. He then lay down on his stomach. I knew what I had to do, even if I had never done it before. I had one point of reference, though, and that was 7+ years of watching pornography. Although the porn was heterosexual, it was enough of a reference point for me to get the job done. I remember the condom was blue and flavored like cotton candy. I put some lube on it and got him up on his knees. I began to slide into him from behind. I tried not to force it because I imagined it would be painful. I will not continue. Do any of you, find this book that depicts a sexual encounter and rape acceptable for any minor, regardless of gender or sexual orientation? Because I do not find this at all acceptable. A child is a child, and if you see this acceptable, you belong on a national registry and not a school board.